Welcome to Boxing on the Record with Randy. Just a little something I had on my mind. I just decided to share with y'all. It's funny and amazing how boxing fans are. How sometimes when you make a name for yourself, it's hard to live it down, whether it's good or bad. And I want to share a little something with y'all about Devin Haney. Devin Haney kind of reminds me of my baby boy. He's one of those kids that if you tell him he can do something, you put it in his head and he start believing it, he'll do his best to make it happen. And I think that's what Devin does in the boxing division. He feel like he the best out there. He's trying to prove that he's the best out there. He's fighting the best to prove he's the best out there. But unfortunately, it's so hard for him to get the recognition that he's trying to get. It's hard for him to get the recognition that he deserves because so many people are so back and forth, if you will. What I mean by back and forth is that um he's trying to make the best fights possible. He's really not turning down no fade, if you will. And even with this fight with Regis, nobody said it was going to be a landslide for Devin. Most people said that Regis is probably going to win because he has the power. Devin can't take a punch. Devin don't have a chin. Devin this, Devin that. And I like both fighters. Now, don't get me wrong. I like both fighters. Um, but then when the fight actually happened and Devin did an impressive job, everybody want to go back to making excuses to why Devin is not this, why Devin is not that. Devin dropped Regis in the third round. Everybody said Regis was gonna drop Devin, but it never happened. But Devin still didn't really get no credit for dropping Regis because everybody say he pillow fisted. He haven't dropped anyone in 25 years or whatever you want to say. But the young man is trying hard, doing everything he can to become the champion that he want to be, doing everything he can to give us great fights, doing everything he can to entertain us. Devin hurt Regis several times in the fight. Nobody give him credit for that. Um, they say Regis tailor-made for him. His feet too slow. Uh, he's whatever. Devin kept him on the jab, on the end of the stick. Regis didn't have no answer for it. Regis the champion, so why didn't he have an answer for it? Why is nobody talking about why Regis didn't make it a better fight? But everybody's down and Devin. And I said that dragging his name through the mud. I said about making a name for yourself. Sometimes a good name, sometimes a bad name. Sometimes people just label you. I like Tank Davis. Tank Davis is a good fighter. Uh, but I never really seen him push the issue to fight Devin. Matter of fact, I never really seen him push the issue to fight Shakur. But at the same time, he's developed this name for himself that everybody need to come see Tank, which they do. But at the same time, Tank is the A side. So why haven't Tank sent these guys an offer? Why ain't nobody holding Tank feet to the fire and saying, well, if Tank's the A side, why haven't he sent them an offer? Why, if Devin is such an easy fight for Tank to beat, for Tank to win, why didn't he send Devin a offer when Devin was in the division? I've heard people say, well, yeah, Tank will win at 135. Now, of course he will. Devin can't make 135. And then they would say, well, Tank should move up. Well, Tank don't fight at 140. He went and fought Barrios at 140. So to me, he's using the same blueprint Canelo's using. He went and fought Barrios at 140, and Barrios wasn't even the champion. And he went to 40 to fight him. So why don't he go to 40 to fight Devin if it's such an easy fight? But of course, I understand he have the name. He have the name. And unfortunately, it's a great name. It's a name like Superman, I guess, because he's able to do things that the fans He's got a name that the fans gave him, that he's able to do things that he probably cannot do. Tell me, why haven't he sent Shakur an offer? If Shakur's such an easy fight for him, why haven't he sent him an offer? He's the A side. Shakur's not the A side. So why are we not holding Tank feet to the fire? Since he's the man. See, we need to call it for what it is. These boxers get in there and put their life on the line to entertain us. As I've said in the past, I can care less what they do in their personal life. I pay to see entertainment. Once you stop entertaining me, I really don't really want to watch you, because I don't care about your personal life. I don't care what you got. I don't care what you do. Only thing I care about is you getting in there on fight night and giving me a great fight. Um, as I said, with Devin, he's trying to make legacy. Um, Unfortunately, he's developed a name to be pillow fisted and this, that, and the third. And I don't think a lot of the fans gonna let him live it down. I don't think he can beat anybody, and people would give him his credit. Do I think he can beat Keith Thurman? He probably will give Keith a run for his money, and might even beat Keith Thurman, because you got to understand, Keith is hasn't really been active. Keith is not the one time that he used to be. With that being said, you're only as good as your last fight, and we know the longer you stay out the ring, the the more your skills are depleting. So Keith is not the same Keith that we once knew. So he may can beat Keith. Uh, um, but that yet remains to be seen. But even if he beat Keith, then we'll get in there. A lot of the fans will say, well, the only reason why he beat him because he's an old man, this, that, and the third. Give the young man the credit that he deserves. He's out there fighting hard for it. He's training hard for it. He's denying himself to entertain us. Give the man his just due, and stop uh downing everything these fighters do, and give them their credit as they deserve it. Don't give them nothing that they didn't deserve, but give them what they deserve. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it. That's just a little thought I had on my mind. Leave some comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll catch y'all on the next one, because we're out of here like last year.